Hello traders, Gary Wagner here. It is 12:30 in Honolulu, 6:30 in New York on Monday, 8th day of April 2024, and this is the evening report for gold and silver. Gold futures traded with approximately a $50 range, starting Monday in Australia, yesterday here in the mainland, to the close of New York and following Globex. Australia has opened up above the closing price in New York and Globex. The June contract gained about $5.60 in trading in New York and is currently up an additional $5, currently fixed at $2,356.90. Dollar weakness was a factor in today's gains, with the dollar index losing 0.17%, taking the dollar index to 104.18. Silver also climbed higher, now approaching $28, with the most active July contract gaining approximately 37 cents, taking the most active futures contract to 27.91 cents when we factor in another half a cent gain that is occurring currently in Australia. Today's show will be a condensed and shortened version of the gold forecast, in that we did an interview with Kitco, and we'll include that on today's members page. This first chart is a 1-hour standard Japanese candlestick chart of gold futures. I am using this short time span so that we can look at trading when it opened up in Australia and the pre-market activity prior to New York's open, to illustrate that although we did get a dip, that dip occurred when approximately 80% of our clients on the mainland and in Canada would not have been up and able to act upon it. In terms of technical levels that we are currently watching, since the breakout that occurred towards the end of March, taking gold from these lows of approximately $2,190 up to current pricing, there is no historical data where we can find a top that reflects the current pricing so that we can say that on a technical basis, this was a former top. Rather, what we have to do in this kind of scenario is a Fibonacci extension. A Fibonacci extension is similar to a retracement. This is a very long-term data set we're using for the extension, beginning in September 2018 with gold at 1,500 up until this high that came in at approximately 2,300, and beginning our extension from approximately 1,800 back in November of 2022. The next level of potential resistance is the Fibonacci 78.6% extension, which occurs at $2,402. We will still try to find a dip in trading somewhere this week to reposition ourselves back on the long side at a much more favorable price. On a technical basis, silver is a much easier market to read because we have historical data above current pricing. There is a top that came in April 2022 that occurred right at $28, which is where silver is currently trading at. If silver does not find resistance at current pricing, the next price point we would look at starts at about $30 up to about $31, and it is this triple top that occurred between May 2021 and August of 2020 that we will use to define our next level of potential resistance. Therefore, my recommendation is, after taking very nice profits in silver and gold last week of almost $10,000 per COMEX contract, we will wait to get a more favorable entry on our next trades in gold and or silver. This has been Gary Wagner, wishing you, as always, good trading. We will talk to you tomorrow for the next daily update and review. Bye-bye.